Hello and welcome back. So we kind of decided that recently we made a trip to Cartridge World in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Used to be called Retrospect.
Retrospect, that's right.
Brief time, I guess.
And we got a nice haul of games while we were there, and it kind of made us want to do a video series where maybe, you know, once a month, once every couple months, we show off some of our recent game pickups. So we kind of decided, let's show off kind of what we got, and so that's how this all got started. Dan's gonna show off his recent game pickups, like I said, in the last month or so, and then after Dan's done, I'll show mine, and then yeah, that's about it. It's gonna be pretty quick. We're not gonna show game footage or anything. We're just gonna show what we got, say a couple words about it, and then move on. So with that, Dan, why don't you start with what you've got?
First one I've been looking for a while, and I've been looking for a complete, but I haven't been able to, is Contra Hardcore for the Sega Genesis. Now I'm on the hunt for a box anyway. It seems like anymore that, you can buy the game and you want to try. And the boxes, it definitely seem like they go for as much as the carts. But that was from Cartridge World.
I'm not familiar with this Contra. Is it?
Yeah, it's just follows the suit of the other ones too. I mean, it's difficult. Bosses are huge. Great game. I mean, it really was. I got Ico there. Not as valuable as it once was. Yeah. I kind of thought it was a mistake because I didn't know it had gone down when it came out on the PS3. When I picked it up for like $13. When I first seen it, I'm like, $13, I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I said, is that the right price?
Still a great game. It's one of my favorite PS2 games, actually.
And I got a couple Saturn games. If you've watched a couple of the last episodes, you know that I'm getting on a Saturn kick, but this is Sky Target. It's kind of like an Afterburner is what it plays like. Good game.
The back is in 3D.
Yeah. And then nothing too great, but Bug, I remember playing that when the Saturn come out. I had Bug 2, didn't have the first one. But
never played that.
For the cheap price of it and the case being in good shape.
That's the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
And those are basically from Cartridge World. Some of my other picks recently is Jackie Chan's Kung Fu. I mean, the box is like pristine.
Dang.
It's really nice.
I'm jealous
Complete
there.
In the box, it was nice.
I love that game. It's so fun, and seeing it like that, I just kind of want to.
Yeah, slide it on over. I like to frisk you when you go to leave. A couple other ones, PlayStation 2 Ghost Hunter. Looks like I haven't played it or really read anything on it.
I've never even heard of it. So
yeah, it looks like the Dead to Rights series, kind of that game engine, that 3D is what it looks like. Namco.
Namco.
Yeah, the Dead to Rights.
Okay.
Picked up Spyro, Enter the Dragonfly. Good game, but it actually includes, which is kind of rare, is the actual soundtrack with it.
That's Didn't even know they made it with the soundtrack.
Yeah.
So that's
this came with the soundtrack.
Take this.
Yeah. Air Strike Patrol for the Super Nintendo. Looks very reminiscent of the old Desert Strike, Urban Strike. Used to love them games back in the day.
I never played that.
Yeah, it was.
I actually never even heard of that. So.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I'm seeing a lot of new things here, which is cool.
GameCube, and a lot of the Metal Gear Solids, Twin Snakes.
I have that game.
Great find, nothing.
Don't hold this against me. I can't even get past the first level. I'm so bad at the Metal Gear games. I'm not good at it. So.
And then my last one, and it's a newer game. It's Rise. I mean, right up my alley. God of War, hack and slash. I mean, it got a lot of flack for being just pretty and repetitive, but that's hack and slash, man.
Absolutely.
I love this game.
I saw you play that a little bit. The graphics in that game are phenomenal. Chopping guys' arms off.
And the executions, and I could see where it gets a little repetitive after a while, but it's a great game. Right up my alley.
Absolutely.
I love the hack and slashes.
It looked really awesome to me. I'm not a big hack and slash guy, but it looked incredible. So.
And I like the Roman era, and the Greek, like the God of War with the Greek and all that. So that's...
Reminds you of 300 kind of a little bit. So my pickups, again, we went to Cartridge World in Altoona. I got a couple from there, and then I have some separate ones. But the first one I got Mick and Mac Global Gladiators. It's not really rare or anything. Just a lot of good memories. I remember playing this with my cousin back when I was probably 4 or 5. Just wanted it for the memories more than anything. I'm looking forward to playing that.
I mean, it was fun.
It's just a platformer. Yep, just a fun game.
Multiplayer. I remember that.
I got a game I've been looking for a while on the N64. Kind of hard to come by. Not in the best shape, but still, I was happy to find it. StarCraft 64. Again, I'm not a huge StarCraft fan or anything, but it's a very hard one to come by on the N64, so I was happy that was able to grab this one. So
You should have seen him in cartridges hovering around the case, and he'd go back around. He was like a hovercraft, coming back and going back. And they said, "I'll just take it."
I probably made about five or six laps, thinking about it.
That was funny.
I got a great game that I actually didn't have in my collection. The first
Awesome game.
Ninja Gaiden. I know everyone says it
Depends
a little
where
bit
you're at.
differently.
Yeah.
Very hard, very difficult, but it's
It's a
an
great
awesome game.
classic.
One of the first games I think they said that includes like cutscenes and things. So
Right.
pretty cool. Another NES game that I didn't have, Batman, which is another difficult game.
It was difficult. I played
Pretty
it.
short, difficult, but great music. Sunsoft made it, so another thing. Sunsoft, any games that they make have great music in it. So, a couple Super Nintendo games I've picked up. I bought this at Cartridge World as well. Tiny Toon Adventures Wacky Sports Challenge. Popped this in for about 5 minutes. Terrible game. I got it because I like the Tiny Toons games.
Yeah.
They're normally pretty good. Thought this was gonna play like the one on Sega Genesis, which is a lot of fun. Terrible. Basically, all you do is mash buttons. Really bad. It's cool to have in my collection, but not a good game.
Be one of them ones that go to $900.
Yeah, you never know. It's cool. It's cool, mate. But really, I actually had a choice between this and Zombies Ate My Neighbors, and I bought this.
What?
Because you see Zombies Ate My Neighbor a little bit more than you see this, but
Right.
I'm regretting that decision
Yeah.
at the time. But
You can always pick it up.
game I'm probably most happy to have in my collection now. Been looking for it for a long time. That is Robo Trek for the Super Nintendo. It is a turn-based RPG. You design your own robots and things. It's actually made by the same people that made Soul Blazer, Illusion of Gaia, and Terranigma on the Super Nintendo. They also made ActRaiser and ActRaiser 2. Very good game. I've only played about an hour and a half of it, and I love it. It's so fun. And then Dan's kind of got me on this Saturn kick a little bit.
Of course.
But I picked up the best game of all time, NHL Power Play 96. Really, I only bought this because the case was really nice, and I need to replace one of the cases on my other games. But
And the long box cases are expensive.
they are. So I was
for $3
like, $3.
and that
I'll
pristine,
take
that's
it.
I'll
take it. Just got to get the one sticker off. And then I also got Daytona USA. I had never played this until Dan let me try his.
That's awesome.
A lot of fun, just an arcade racer. Had a lot of fun with
Yeah.
that, so I wanted to pick it up. Pretty cheap. And then I also bought, I know it's very hated among Sonic fans, but Sonic 3D Blast. I actually kind of like this game. I had it for PC back in the day, and I don't have it anymore. So I wanted to get this just for the memories. I know it controls really bad, but you know what? I had a good time with it, so I'm happy to have
Well,
it.
if you hammer on it long enough, you get used to
you
it.
get
I mean,
used
they're
to it.
just floaty controls, that's all.
And then
Just floats.
a couple newer games that I've picked up. Zelda Twilight Princess HD. Been playing the tar out of this game
Looks
over
amazing.
the weekend.
I've
I
seen
love it.
Yeah,
It's one of a lot of people. It's kind of hit or miss with Zelda fans. I personally love this one. I had a good time with it.
So how do you like it with the pad? I mean,
I like it a lot.
I mean, a lot of people didn't like the Wii remote.
I like it a lot.
control.
Yeah, it's very nice to swap in and out. Your inventory.
Right.
You can switch into a wolf faster. It's really
Right.
nice. So.
And the only way you can get it is with the Amiibo.
With
They
the
never
Amiibo.
sold it separate.
No, they
so.
have not. So that's kind of cool. And the Amiibo looks awesome. If you guys haven't seen it. And then
Right.
two more I want to show you. Dan's gonna be a little bit jealous of this one.
We've talked about this, and that wasn't very nice of
Mega Man Legacy Collection with the gold Amiibo. I don't know if you can see that or not in the video. I'll take it out just so you can see it. Another thing I always get made fun of a lot. I actually keep.
He does.
I'm pretty anal. I keep the cellophane when possible. I know I get made fun of a lot, but you know what?
Sometimes I don't know how he does it to get the games out of the folder.
Sometimes I take more time opening the game than actually playing it. So, but this comes with the gold Amiibo. It's kind of weird that it's just in a plain box. I don't know what the design.
Yeah. Well, it's just to save the artwork, probably
guess.
saving money.
I guess.
So we'll be putting that over here. We'll end up having our game collections all flipped
Yeah,
up
exactly.
later.
We won't even know whose is who anymore. And then finally, one more that Dan doesn't know about. I'm going to set this up here just so. You know what? I'm going to set this right here just so you can see.
Yeah.
Dan doesn't know I have this, and I think he's going to be a little bit jealous of this as well. But I actually pre-ordered this when I knew that VGX was closing down, even though they're not now. For a period of time, we thought Video Game Exchange was closing, so I pre-ordered this from Best Buy, and I've not
I don't know
opened
what
it yet.
it is either.
Fire Emblem Fates Special Edition, all 3 games on one cartridge.
At least you didn't go to GameStop.
I did not go to GameStop. I pre-ordered it with Best Buy, but very hard to come by. I bought it. I'm very interested in playing this. I've not really played any of the Fire Emblems.
It looks
before,
good. I haven't played it at all.
But you know, I know it's really hard to come by now, the special edition, because all 3 games are on one cartridge, which is
That's amazing.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to have this. Have not opened it or anything yet, but that will be coming soon.
That will be coming into my collection.
But yeah, guys, those were our recent pickups. Like I said, this is not going to be like a common video for us. Maybe once every couple of months. But we figured you'd like to see some of the stuff we've picked up, and you know, if you want to leave us some comments in the description of some of the games that you've picked up, we'd like to hear
I'd love to hear it.
anything that you've picked up. So with that, Dan, any final thoughts?
No, thanks, but I will have to put someone in a headlock and take some games home with me.
We'll see about that. Thanks for watching, guys, and
See
we'll
ya.
be back soon.